Yo, what's up guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Wangani. I know it's been a while, a lot longer than I had expected, but I still have a lot going on. And with uni that's about to start, I will have a lot going on for a very long time. So please bear with me in regards to YouTube videos actually coming to this channel. Now, today, I want to talk about weird tendencies. I had been thinking about making this video for a very long time, but not necessarily because I have a lot of weird tendencies that I want to talk about, but I just started noticing in my free time that there's a lot of habits or things that I do that I don't necessarily want to do, but I'll do them anyways. And the reason that I want to make this video now is because the Super Bowl happened yesterday, and it had me thinking, why do I care? I will watch maybe in a year. I support the New York Giants, by the way. The New York Giants right now, they suck. And I started supporting them back in 2012 when Eli Manning was cooking. You know what I mean? But that hasn't been the case for a very long time. And if anything, the franchise has been doing terribly. And yesterday the Super Bowl happened. They traded away Saquon Barkley and he went to another team. And that team won the Super Bowl. And I didn't care at the beginning, but as the Super Bowl started to go on and I saw that Philly was actually going to win, I started to care because I was like, I liked Saquon Barkley. Before Saquon Barkley, it was Odell Beckham, and he left, and I thought I was going to have a good career, but he had injuries. He did also win a Super Bowl, but it didn't matter as much because I think he caught one pass, and I think he caught one touchdown, and then the Super Bowl ended. But so Saquon was like really good throughout the entirety of the year, and he was good in the Super Bowl as well. He wasn't as good as he was throughout the year, but he was good in the Super Bowl as well, and they ended up winning it all. So I started to care because I was like, oh my gosh, we had that player on our team, we gave him away because we believed that we should pay somebody else. But the question about all of this is, why do I care? And I don't have an answer for that because I have no attachment to New York. I've never been there. I've never really supported any other New York sports teams. In basketball, I support the Miami Heat. In football, as in the football that as Africans don't love, I support Manchester United. They're also not doing well. We'll talk about that later. But I have no attachment to them. But I kind of realized that in these countries or where we come from, a lot of us do kind of the same thing, which is kind of like very early on in our young ages, we pick a team, we stick with them, and then we go on to see whatever is going to happen with that team. But it just so happens that more recently, maybe because Man United is doing badly, I also stopped kind of caring about what's happening with Man United. But the problem comes is like, again, why do I care? I shouldn't have an attachment to this team. My dad's a Newcastle fan. I should be a Newcastle fan. I grew up underneath him. My mom's a Manchester United fan. Does she necessarily care about Manchester United? Not necessarily. But she cares about me. So she cares about me liking Manchester United. So that's why I kind of like went down that path. She wanted to save me from supporting Newcastle, but Newcastle are doing well now. So that backfired a little bit. But kind of what I mean is, these are kind of a part of the weird tendencies that I wanted to address. Is there are things that I don't like but I will follow, or things that I don't like that I will do. My main example for this really is FIFA. I don't think there's a game that has caused me more pain in my life, or that game that I actually have disliked more than the recent FIFAs. I have 597 hours in this year's FIFA, which may not be a lot in comparison to maybe some YouTubers or some content creators, but I don't post about FIFA. I play it mainly by myself, and my progression is only really noticed by myself and maybe two of my friends. Every waking moment of that game, I find myself saying that I hate the game. Anybody who's seen me play that game has heard me say that I hate the game, and yet I continue to play it. I'll give another example. Anime. I love anime, and I don't think I find more satisfaction when watching something than when I'm watching anime, but I don't make time for anime. I'll make time for FIFA because I have to get things done. There are objectives that expire every single day at 6 o'clock. There are new objectives that come out every single day at 6 o'clock. With anime, you're like, it's there. It's going to be there. I'm going to find it. I'm going to do it anyways, right? Similarly with exercise. I don't like to exercise. I find I don't like to exercise. Let me not say it like that. I don't mind exercising. It's just the specific types of exercise. I find the gym very boring, and I find jogging very boring. Like I don't find entertainment value in these things. If I'm doing a sport, for example, rugby, which was like my forte, swimming, and maybe even football nowadays, then I enjoy doing that. I have no problems doing that. But find those are kind of like things that you do with people, and finding the people to do that in the different places I am, not as easy. You get what I mean? So I've come to a point where there are all these things that I either like and don't like doing, and I'll be doing the thing that I don't like, and I will be avoiding doing the thing that I do actually like doing. And I'm like, why are we like that? Or why are these things like that? And why has it come to my attention? It first kind of came to my attention, I think it would be a week ago now, when Luka got traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. And I spent probably the entire morning talking to my friends about the trade, why the trade matters, and how it affects the league and all that. I don't watch basketball. I maybe watch, if I watch highlights, and I maybe watch a full game of basketball once a year, the final game of the thingy, of the, what do they even call it? The championship. But I only ever watch it after the championship. I've never watched the NBA championship live. It's never happened. I've never seen a full series. I've never seen anything like that. I don't want to say I don't care about basketball, because I care enough to talk about it, but I'm not invested. I support the Miami Heat. I supported the Miami Heat because of Dwayne Wade, who was my favorite player back in the day. Jimmy Butler then became my favorite player, but now he's been traded away. But I still support the Miami Heat because, I chose that team. You can't change now. It feels weird. You'd be a bandwagon if you change now. But I cared about these teams, and I cared about this trade, and I cared about the things happening in the league enough to talk to multiple people about it, to argue with multiple people about it, to even go to the extent of saying, maybe the Lakers need to do this and do that, to think about the future for a team that I don't necessarily care about. Luka is probably my favorite player outside of my team, which is why I kind of paid attention to it. But after this whole day of conversation, I think I had talked to somebody who didn't necessarily care about trades, didn't necessarily care about basketball, who just goes, why does this matter so much to you? And I couldn't answer the question. I kind of just sat there and I was like, I don't know. I guess it's about the sense of camaraderie, the having guys. Look, I don't want to say guys don't talk, but guys don't often find things that they want to talk about. Like if they talk, random things will pop up, and they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure, this happened. Oh, I went out last week with this person, etc., etc." But we don't often have like a conversation topic that everybody's talking about that we all need to talk about. You get what I mean? Like if I brought up the Grammys was like a week ago, and Kanye West did some crazy stuff, and if I talked about like Kanye, we would talk more about Kanye's tweets than we would about what actually happened at the Grammys or anything that actually was important, right? So it's very hard to communicate with people about all the stuff that you actually want to communicate about, because you need to find the right person to communicate with. And then often, I guess, we just don't have that, which is, I guess, is concerning. I don't want to say it's concerning because I've never had a problem with it. I still don't think I have a problem with it, but I'm confused because I'm like, why aren't I like this? Why aren't I invested with my conversation topics more often than now, or more often about the things that I care about than now? Which is why I'm a little annoyed at myself, because I made this YouTube channel to kind of talk about the things that are important to me, or to kind of like give you a little bit of insight as to who I am. And I don't think I've, like, of the videos that I've posted, to think about it, I played 2 playthroughs of games just because they were new or because I had access to them. I've uploaded a reaction video of 4 things that I'm yet to watch, because I'm not in a place where I have an opportunity to watch them. And the things that I want to talk about, or the things that I want to bring light to. For example, love anime. I will start doing some anime reviews quite soon. I just finished one, so I should be posting an anime review after this. Love K-pop. I wasn't a big fan at the beginning, but I've come to learn a lot about it, and I want other people to learn a lot about it, as I am learning, because it was new to me. It's a whole new industry. There's a whole lot of good music. And luckily, unluckily for me, I started this YouTube stuff a little bit too late. And the Kendrick versus Drake beef is, I should say, over. I would hope it's over after yesterday's Super Bowl performance because he did write "Game Over." Please don't bring it up anymore. Because if anything, I'm actually tired of it. I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan. He's my favorite artist. I'm tired of hearing the same song. I always have this thing of when everything gets overplayed, which is what I think it is. When it gets overplayed, it's done. I think the pop out when he performed it, the whole all the diss tracks the first time was really cool. You didn't have to do it again. I think we needed for the Super Bowl to go back to the classics, but I could react to the Super Bowl performance as well, and that could be a whole other thing. But I'm making this Weird Tendencies video to kind of like bring light to myself and to the viewers, whoever actually watches this YouTube channel. This is a message to me. But if you want to take this message as well, do the things that you want to do. Make time for the things that you want to do. Find a way to be invested in yourself and not what other people want you to be invested in, or not what things or campaigns make you invested in. Because I truly believe the reason I play FIFA so often is because I grew up playing FIFA with my friends and that was fun. I then moved out, started working, went to uni and all that, and then I had to start playing online, and playing online as an online experience for me has been terrible. But because I have so many years of attachment to the game, I can't just stop now, and it feels wrong. So basically what I'm saying is to myself is take a break. or if you're gonna continue to play, talk about that. Talk about the game. Talk about the situation of the game. I follow so many FIFA YouTubers who kind of say similar things. Luckily, FIFA has come into a good place now, more recently because they updated it and it feels great. But like I follow like Nepenthes, Nick Run the Foot Market, Danny Aarons, and a lot of these content creators also say the same thing. Oh, FIFA is bad. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't waste your time. But I'm wasting time. 597 hours, to be specific, is the amount of time that I don't want to say wasted, but it's the amount of time that I've invested in that game. And I'm just kind of telling myself, take a break. Catch up to the things that you really want to do. Catch up to life. You're at home, take a break, breathe, walk around, touch some grass, as Harry Rotushaw would say. Go outside, breathe some fresh air. I say this as I'm staring in front of a camera inside a locked, cramped room. But yeah, I hope this video kind of gives you some insight as to kind of like my thoughts on the weird things that people do even though they don't want to do them, to the kind of person that I am, and maybe the direction that I want to take going forward with this YouTube channel and with my life. Hopefully I can live by it, and hopefully we will film a video right after this, not reacting, but reviewing an anime that I just finished recently, and then we can keep the chains going like that. All right, thank you very much. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel. What else do I want to talk to? I wanted to say something really quickly. I promise. I wanted to say, hey, I promise videos are coming. They are now, like officially. I have time now. I have time to film a video every day, and I want to do that they won't come out every day. They will not. But I have an idea for a video every day for at least the next 2 weeks. So 14 videos staggered. They might come out maybe every every 3 or 4 days, but we'll see. But as of right now, deuces.